Welcome to the Dalorrian show. I'm your host, Dalorrian, and happy Thanksgiving. Well, tomorrow. Happy Thanksgiving. Happy Black Friday. I'm more of a fan of White Friday. I'm just kidding. Racist joke. Racism. It's the best thing about the holidays. No, yeah, I hope that you have, if you're listening, that you have a good holiday. Over here, I'm a bit strung out as always, with these kids, man. These kids. Today, the youngest has fussed a lot, like just a lot of crying, a lot of loud crying, a lot of inconsolable type crying. And you always worry, like, is there something actually wrong with this child? Or is it just gas? And then I think to myself, like, a lot of times that's how I am. Like, I'll be like, oh, my chest, I'm fucking dying. Here we go again. And then it's like, no, this is acid reflux. It's like, I swore I was dying this time. But I'm still alive, I guess. If I must go on, here we are. But no, yeah, so with the holidays comes eating and cooking, and I've been cooking like a lot, cooking a lot of things. Your boy Mr. Dalorrian actually really enjoys baking pies and making pies. And there's a joke there, but I'm being totally serious. And one of the things I make during Thanksgiving every year, and then sometimes Christmas, is a pecan pie, or as some people say, pecan. But those people are retarded. But yeah, pecan pie, and I grew up in the South, and pecan pie was always on the table for every holiday event. And God love my grandmother, I never really liked pecan pie. She would make it, and I would be like, ugh, I don't want this. I ate the fudge. We had a lot of sweets, and most of it was like boomer sweets, where it's like, let's just take everything out of these packages and mix it together, and it's all syrup and sugar, and then eat that shit. And then why are our kids fat? Like that whole thing. Not to be a negative Nancy, I'm just saying how it is. But so I try to make pies, and on my side of the family, like, there's still a lot of people that are alive, which is great. It's great. But they're kind of like boomers, and like they like for the millennials who are in my family. I'm 40, right? So I can cook, and I'm actually quite good at cooking. Like, it's something like, I'm typically very slow to say that I'm good at anything. And I feel like it's wise to say that you're slow to say that you're good at something, because typically what I find is, like, compared to a lot of people, you're probably not very good. But when it comes to like cooking, I feel like I'm actually pretty good. I think I'm all right. I think I'm pretty all right at cooking. I think I cook like kind of tasty things. Now, I have fucked up before. Don't get me wrong. I've left some hamburger patties a little pink. Like once, but still, it haunts me. And like, I think that like lets you know, like, oh shit, I care. I probably care too much, but I really enjoy cooking though. Like, cooking is like therapeutic to me. And my mother, she like instilled in me in an early age, like, cooking is good. And again, she's kind of a boomer. So like, her cooking is like, mix all these ingredients together that are like processed, and then you're going to get something good. But either way, she did her best. And and to be fair, we had a lot of fresh food as well growing up. We've talked about that in the past. Like, we had like a garden and a farm and things like that. But when it came to like sweets and stuff, it was just not very great. But it's fine. It's fine every once in a while, guys. Calm down. If you go like on my TikTok feed is like constantly telling me things I can't eat. And if I mark everything off the list, like I'm just going to fucking eat like sardines every day and that would be it. Which, I mean, hey, I'd probably be healthier. But after Thanksgiving, I think I am going to go pretty strict on no sugar until at least Christmas and then maybe longer. I did that before we had a new baby, and it was actually working out pretty good for me. And since we've had a new baby, it's been about 2 months of just kind of eating whatever I want, but then kind of like, checking in with like calories and like still trying to be somewhat active. But, I just feel inflamed. I just feel bad, so it's like, I think I'm going to try to lean up a little bit, but I pre-eat, Thanksgiving's not here, but I've already been eating a lot because we've been cooking a lot. I haven't been cooking turkeys and hams and things like that because, again, with the boomers that, and again, I'm glad that everyone's alive, or, parents, grandparents, aunts, uncles, they still are like, well, we're going to bring this, we're going to bring that. It's all right. And so, and like the millennials are probably the better cooks, but we just let them do it anyway. And it's kind of like, and they do fine. I mean, it's good food. I mean, like, like my mother makes some things that are very good. I mean, even still, and, totally respectful. But having said that, I typically just kind of cook for our like little nuclear family. But I will cook on my, for my wife's side. So with pies, like one day I was living in Tennessee. This is years and years ago. And I went to a Christmas party. It was like a company Christmas party, and I went to BB King's, and I don't remember which street that's on. I mean, it was on the street of Coyote Ugly Street and Hooters, and that street got blowed up one Christmas. Like, we didn't live in Tennessee anymore, and that street got blew up, before the election or whatever. And I think the 2020 election, like on Christmas or something. And well, that's a whole rabbit hole, but I think it was on that street, and it may still be there. It was like BB King's restaurant, and it was like, catered, and it was like a Christmas party. And, I went down with like a couple of friends that I worked with or whatever, colleagues. And I don't remember staying particularly long, but these were like, actually, like, looking back, like there were some really nice like dinners and like food parties, like working for this startup back then. And, it's kind of like, wow, it was a bigger deal than I was making it. I feel like I was like, wow, like they probably shouldn't have let me in there, I guess is what I'm saying. But I really got to rub some elbows with some pretty crazy people. And anywho, I don't remember all those conversations, and like my memory of the place and everything's like sketchy. But what I do remember is there was a dessert there, and bro, it was a BB King bourbon pecan pie. Not a huge fan of bourbon. I'm never going to just sit there and sip on some bourbon. I do enjoy bourbon in like mixed with sweet stuff. And it's probably because my grandmother used to make bourbon balls, which was essentially like coconut, chocolate, and bourbon in little balls, like bite-sized balls. And me and my cousins would just be trashed. We'd just be trashed for Thanksgiving and Christmas. No, I'm kidding. I don't think we'd be trashed, but I mean, we acted crazy anyway. Maybe we were. I don't know. Maybe that's what's wrong with us. But I remember being at BB King's, bro, and like eating like, it was like little bite-sized pies. And bro, I popped one of those because I don't like pecan pie, but I was just kind of like feeling frisky, It was like one of the two desserts. I was like, let me try it. And bro, I was like, what is this shit that I just ate, bro? And after that, I was like, that's it. I'm making that. Like, I was like, I don't know how. I don't know the recipe. I mean, this is before ChatGPT. Now we had Google. Everybody calm down. Kids, calm down. We had Google. But, I had to kind of like research and Google around and like play with it. And then after, dicking around with it for a while, came up with a pretty good recipe. And I feel like it's a recipe that really stands out and it's actually really good. And, I may tweak it in the future and change it up. But I think right now it's really good. I think, and the families, like when they have it, they always ask for it. Not so much on my family side. I've made it like once and they're like, this is really good. But then they're always like, I want to make the pecan pie. And everyone wants to make a pecan pie. So I was like, all right, go ahead. I don't care. But for my wife's side, I always make like a few. Make some for their parents and like for their get together and stuff. And then I'll usually make us one. And so yeah. So here we are. I'm talking to you on a Tuesday. You'll listen to this on Wednesday or after. And I've already been kind of eating on things like that. I've been making this like an Italian potato salad that's like freaking delicious, like a Sicilian. There's no eggs in it. It's just all like fresh onion, tomato, olive, capers, olive oil, potato, cooked potato, obviously. Um, Basil, oregano. Yeah, it's really, dude, it's so good, dude. It's so much better to me than like the southern potato salad, which was like eggs, potato, like mayo, and all this stuff. Which that stuff's fine. I'll eat that, bro. I'll eat all of it, dude. I'll eat any of it, bro. But God, you eat it, and you're like, wow, this is like I'm actually eating real food. But yeah. So I've just been kind of I got the itch, bro. And you know, like we in the future, I'm sure I will go back to like cooking turkeys and hams and things like that, which I really enjoyed, like making turkeys and stuff like that as well, or like whole chickens, like smoking chickens, things like that's like really enjoyable to me. But you know, it's that time of year, and so like I said, you know, everybody says it's like I'm gonna clean it up. So I mean, I don't know. Next week I'll probably be fucking chowing down on Reese's cups or something. I don't know, Christmas tree shaped cups. We'll see. I don't know, man, but I'm gonna try to be strong. But yeah, so you know, happy holidays and all that, and you know, I hope that you get to eat well and spend time with others and be thankful. And you know, if you're in the United States, the way that our propaganda machine is like there's hardly ever anything to be thankful for. Like it's like the well is kind of poisoned for that. Like it's hard to find wins, and even if there is a win, like people usually shit on it. So it's like cohesively, it's hard to stay positive these days in the US of A, but I'm going to try. I'm going to try to do it. Yeah, trying to think of like what else has been going on. I mean, again, like, you know, kids, whew, they're just kind of crazy. And like, they're kind of like, it's like, you know, how like you ever like see like, or like they're you know, like in space, like, isn't there like a thing in space where like, if you like go fast, like, or no, like, you know how space works, man. You ever, yeah, what you know how space is, bro? Let me gather my thoughts here for a second. Do you know how space is, bro? Okay, do you know how space is like forever expanding? And like the theory is that like, hey, the universe is expanding constantly, and it's not only that, it's getting faster and faster. It's just like everything gets faster and crazier and more explosive. That's how it feels with my children. I feel like every day we're going like more intense on the drama and stuff. And I'm like, man, this probably doesn't slow down. Like if I survive, eventually they'll be teenagers, and I will love them. And you know, I'm not going to be. My goal is to not be like a boomer and be like toxic about it and judge them like, oh, you're going through hormones, ha ha ha. Like it's like they're fucking like something they're choosing to do. Whereas like, you know, my parents and all the millennials and Gen Z is like when you're a teenager, like when we were a teenager for the boomers, we were just an ass of every joke. These teenagers, ha ha ha, all the hormones, ha ha ha, these fucking idiots. And we're just like, what, bro? Like we're just fucking, I'm just trying to like listen to Hanson. No, I was Hanson, I was probably like, I guess I was like 12 or 13. Hanson was okay. I thought the guy was a girl for a minute. I mean, to be fair, everybody did. Now I wasn't like, you know, like sexually. I mean, I might have been sexually online, so to speak, but I was not like lusting over Taylor Hanson. Now, some people probably did, but I never lusted over Taylor Hanson. Okay, never. No, I was all about like the Wallflowers and Third Eye Blind. Things like the summer of like '97. Great year for music for me, for Dalorrian. Like I still listen to some of those bands and stuff that had their initial records. They came out in the summer of '97. But yeah, my point being that like we were kind of the asin of joke, and so like for me, like I guess my goal with like my kids is like as they, assuming I'm alive, as they are becoming teenagers, like maybe I'm not like, it's fucking teenage, you know, it's all about me. You're such a pain in the ass. You know, I'm probably not going to do that. I'm probably like, hey, you know, life's weird, man. Try to chill. Try to like breathe through the roller coaster inside of you, but also don't take it too seriously. Like I think that it's another generational thing that like I feel like that the boomers with the millennials and like the Gen Zs like made everything super serious. Like you know like everything seemed super serious and it really wasn't. And so I don't know. Is this a therapy session? My God, let's talk about video games. We're supposed to talk about video games. Having said that, why don't we talk about? I want to talk about some of the stuff I've been playing. Arc Raiders. I have not really touched Arc Raiders in probably 5 or 6 days. There's the event that's going on that you can unlock some cosmetics or something if you get your points. It's kind of like a mini event season pass, and I kind of grinded some of that, and I was like, I can do this a little bit every day and get everything unlocked. And I don't know, man, like Arc Raiders, like Arc Raiders is like a really hot girl. And like you meet this hot girl and you start texting. And she's immediately flirtatious. It's clear that she's into you. And you are chill. You know, you like think about, all right, you know, like she's really hot. I mean, like what's the catch? You know, is she playing me? Like, is she got a boyfriend? Is she not who she says she is? Like, you know, but you kind of get into it and you're like, no, I think she's just a hot girl. And so, you know, you're going out, like you go out on a date with some friends, like a friend date, you know, with a group. And she only talks to you. She's only interested in you. On your way to the bathroom, one of her friends is like kind of giggling. And she's like, Arc Raider has never acted like this in front of another guy. I think she really likes you. And you're like, oh shit. Really? And she's like, I gotta go. And then, yeah, she runs away and you're like, I'm gonna go take a piss now. And then you're in there pissing in this dirty bathroom and you're like, damn, like, is Arc Raider the one? Arc Raider feels like the one. But this is, I can't say that shit because I will ruin it, bro. I'll scare her off. I gotta take it slow, you know? And then you go back out there and Arc Raider's there with just like, and her friends have left. And it's just you and Arc Raider. And then you and Arc Raider like start talking. Arc Raider has a lot of the same interests as you. And you feel like, you know, you talk to a bunch of girls, you talk to a bunch of guys, and like you feel like it's like you're so into it because you're like, I actually am interested in everything that you're saying. Like, I'm not just talking, like, I'm not just saying, like, yeah, I really like the movie Varsity Blues. It's also my favorite movie, like, you know, because she's like, my favorite movie is Varsity Blues. And you're like, I love James Van Der Beek, dude. You know, it's not like that where you have to like fake what she's into. And like, no, she's really into it. And you're into the same things and you're like, Jesus. And then like, and she's like, hey, let's go to this place. There's this band playing. You know, some old friends of mine. You're like, oh yeah, shoot, I'll play. What kind of music is that? And it's like music you're interested in. And it's like, it's, you know, it's not any dudes you've had any run-ins with or anything. You're like, yeah, let's go to the fucking show. And you go, and she's like, you know, and you go to the show and let's vibing. And she like puts your hand, or like, you know, puts her hand, you know, you're behind her, and she like grabs your hand and puts your like your hand like on her belly, you know, and she's kind of like dancing a little, and you're just like, fuck, dude. You know, and she's like, you want a beer? And she's like, and you're like, yeah, I mean, yeah, sure. Yeah. I love it. What kind? And she's like, and like, she's like, you know what? Let me surprise you. And she's like very cute about it. You know, like, Jesus, that was cute. And then she goes and gets you a beer, and, you know, you're just thinking like, is this fucking real, dude? Like, you're looking around at the venue, at people like with the music and stuff. And you're like waiting for people to be like, you just got pumped. And Ashton Kutcher's going to come out and be like, I killed Brittany Murphy or whatever. And then, but then it doesn't happen. And then Arc Raiders is still there. And then like, you know, and then like, you have a wonderful night, you make out a little bit, you don't have sex, but like you want to have sex. I mean, like, she's so hot and like perfect that like, you're like, even if we could have sex, I almost don't want to, because like, I just want to be proud. I want to be perfect for Arc Raiders. And then like you hang out again the next day, you know, get some coffee or whatever. You know, and Arc Raiders is texting you, and you're like, yeah, I'm in. And you're like, damn, like, should I say no to, like, you're like, maybe I say no. And then so you say no once, you know, because you're like, maybe I play it cool. Like, oh yeah, I got to go to my cousin's graduation or something. It's like, oh shit, okay, no worries. She hits you up the next day, and like, geez, you're like, God damn, dude, like, what's going on? There's no way she could be this good. And then like a week passes and you're in love. This is it. You have not told your mom yet, but like you have already practiced what you're going to say to your mom. And your friends are like, bro, you don't ever play with us anymore. What the fuck? Like, dude, we haven't seen you. And you're like, do whatever. And they're like, oh, he's trying to get dicked on, or whatever. He's all about the ussy, or, you know, they're doing their stupid dudes, you know, whatever shit. But bros before hoes, and those guys are cool. They got your back. But still, you're like, nah, I gotta look, guys. Come on, guys. And they're like, well, look, man, I get it. She's hot as fuck, dude. I get it, man. And like, even if they joke like, oh, I used to date her, like, you know, it's full of shit because she's too hot for any of your stupid ass friends. And then a week passes and you're like so serious, and you meet up, and she's like, hey, Dalorrian, listen. And you're like, what? This is like the first like negative thing. Like, it's not even negative. It's almost like you've just been waiting for something to go wrong, you know? And Arc Raiders is like, you know, I really like you. And I don't know what to do because I got this scholarship to this college that's like across the country. And my mom and dad are separated. My dad lives there, and my mom's been abusive to me. I'm going to go live with my dad for, you know, a couple of years and do college. And I just really have to do this, but you're so great. Like, can we just keep the relationship going somehow? And you're just like, you don't know what to do. You're staring at her. And you're like, this has been the most incredible week of my life. And now I don't know what to do. I feel like we've talked about everything. We've done everything. We've been intimate in such a way. And like, we could take the relationship to the next level. We could always take the relationship to the next level, but she's not ready for me. Arc Raiders isn't. And I don't know where she's going. And you basically, like, you can't follow her. And you can tell that she kind of doesn't want you to follow her. Like, you can tell, like, she hasn't said, she's like, yeah, I'm going to go take the scholarship. I'm going to go to college across the country. And, you know, she hasn't said, but I want you to go. None of that shit. She's just like, I got to go. but I love, she doesn't say I love you, but she's like, you can tell she doesn't want to say the wrong thing because she wants to hurt your feelings. And she wants to be like the bigger like person in the relationship. She's like, I can't, I'm just not. And it's like, it's not even that she's saying that she's not ready. It's just like, she's not there anymore. She had been there for a week. And now that you have done everything you can for that week with her, she's going to go. And now you don't know what else to do. You can continue on and try to have like a long distance relationship. And maybe it'll work out. Maybe it'll happen, but you can tell like she kind of doesn't want that. And you can tell like she doesn't know what she wants yet. And you're like, this has been the hottest, most romantic experience in gaming. Oh, I mean, in day. Yes, in gaming and Arc Raiders. This has been such a incredible experience. But now that we've done everything, I don't know what else to do with you. And you're saying you're going to fly out next month and like maybe we just have coffee and keep a distance, but still just get together and maybe just PvP with each other online. It's like, no, I don't know if I want to just, I don't know if I can just PvP, like, I don't think I can just get into PvP with like nothing to go for, nothing to do. And so anyway, this has been a long-winded way of saying that Arc Raiders is an incredible game, but it ain't ready for that kind of relationship. So maybe it will be, but so yeah, I have had my wet hot summer with Arc Raiders. I have no regrets, and I will probably pick it back up. But right now, it's kind of like I can't even look at it because if I do, it makes me a little sad because I'm like, I've unlocked everything. I haven't killed like the matriarch. I haven't killed a queen, but I don't really know why I would. And I don't like, I could just get a lot of blueprints and pink guns and like finish my skill tree. But I think my character is going to reset in December. And I think I'm going to lose all those guns and all of those blueprints and all of my skills. And I'm going to get like 5 skills copped to me, 5 skill points copped to me. So it's like, does it make sense to do anything else? And the PvP is cool, but like, it's not that cool. Like the game's great because it's almost like a horror game. It like captures the post-apocalyptic Terminator like thing so well. And if you play solo, it's like sketchy. Even if, and like, with that game, I've played it most recently. Like another thing, like the veneer's kind of worn off because like there's certain spawn points for items, And so if you're just like trying to stack blueprints or trying to stack like good materials to like buy stuff or whatever, you can just kind of farm these spots and just kind of like cheat, like you're not cheesing the game, but you're not playing it as organically as you did, where like the game for the workstations was like kind of taking you here. It's kind of taking you there. It's like, oh, you need 3 of these. Okay, I need to go to this map and try to look like in the apartments, or okay, this is going to be like in a warehouse. Let me just kind of organically. And like once you get to a certain point where it's like, oh, these are places that like I know this shit spawns here 9 times out of 10. Then like now I just go to like 2 places on the map. There's always people. It's typically a fight because everyone's doing it now. And it just kind of like, you can tell everyone's kind of farming it. And when you start farming it, you kind of lose the wonder of it. And there's nothing wrong with farming games, but if you farm a game, it needs to have systems and mechanics to reward your farming, like an economy that makes sense. And, like an infinite economy. And there's not really an infinite economy or a separate class or subclass or another character I can do. Like if there was something I could like, and this is not an idea that they should execute on, but like if there's a way that I could farm specific things for different reasons, that would be good. Like if you go into the game and you're just trying to kill everybody and take their shit, cool. But I think like that's probably not how most people play. I think for me, I love the moment of like, there's robots trying to kill us all. We're kind of having a standoff moment here. Are you going to kill me? Am I going to kill you? Who's going to shoot first? Are we going to shoot? Maybe we're not. Maybe we will. Like that's like a beautifully organic feeling that is just not captured in games very well. Not really to me since like DayZ. I remember feeling that way. I still have memories of DayZ where I just betrayed people and people betrayed me. God, man, those were good days. And then in PUBG, Arc Raiders, like a lot of those moments felt like that. But yeah, I don't know, man. It's like it's a little thin. But like but I say that, but like the enemies, the shooting, the guns, like the aesthetic, the maps, it's all so good. And I haven't even played like the new map that unlocked or whatever, because I've just been like farming. Because there's a note, like there's a note, like when you do your expedition, if your stash, because I've already put everything in the little tube that's going to send my Arc Raider away, but then it says a note, it's like your stash has got to be worth a lot of money to get your full 5 skill points, but it doesn't tell you how much money it's going to be worth, and it doesn't tell you like anything about that, and you only have a week. So I'm like, well, I'm just going to farm. Like, I'm just gonna do my farm points, and like I've got like several pink guns, which pink is like legendary. I think there's orange or yellow as well, but like pink would be like second to the top tier. And like parts, and like I have like $500,000. I just like everything's just kind of stacked. My stash is all the way unlocked, and it's like, okay, is this gonna be enough to reset my character? Because like now that's the goal for me. Like the goal isn't for me to go out there and just PvP and like, was I better than you, bro? Oh, I aced that guy. He's fucking bad at the game. I'm fucking good at the game. It's like, that's not what I want to do. I'm not here to be a pro Arc Raider player. Like that's fucking stupid. But kudos to people that like watch the streamers who are trying to make it that. They're like riding the way, like seeing Ninja out there doing clips like, oh, it's like, okay. I mean, it's always on mute. I never know what he's saying. He could be saying legitimate stuff, but people like, and I get it, and I get the hype, and I get like, I think Shroud's out there. He's like, this has got to be game of the year, dude. Fucking Expedition 33 is the worst. It's like, yeah, well, it is a hot girl, dude. Arc Raiders is a hot girl, but is she marriage material? I get the hype. We're all honeypotted into Arc Raiders. But if you slow down and you step away and you're not just farming like viewers and shit, I don't know. But to be fair, like I think Shroud, and I don't really watch a lot of streamers or anything, and I see their clips, right? And that's just kind of like the streamer world. The streamer world is now clip farming. That's how you see streamers, and then if you really like them, you go to their stream and hang out. But typically, you just see these people's clips, right? And so for him, there was like a clip or a screenshot where he had played like thousands of hours. So he had put so much time into the game. Like he legitimately loves the game. And so like, no offense, he does, but he's playing kind of an unfinished game. You can argue that any extraction shooter is an unfinished game, or any battle royale is an unfinished game. But yeah, so for me, like I'm just waiting for the next thing, and then I'll probably go hard on it again. It's totally beautiful, love it, but it's not ready for a real relationship with me. I'm still with my old hag, I'm still my old ball and chain. World of Warcraft now, not the shiniest, most stunning lady in the room, but boy, she knows what she's doing. Boy, she knows what she's doing when it counts. You know what I'm saying? Benjamin Franklin. Benjamin Franklin knows what I'm talking about. He wrote some letters back in the day. He knows the deal. Anyway, you may not get that reference, but that's okay. You can Google it. So I've been playing World of Warcraft, and last week was kind of like a break week for me because I only need one more Alterac Valley week in WoW Classic Anniversary to be High Warlord on my Warlock, and who I will be taking into the Burning Crusade. And this week is that week. So I've started farming honor, but we get double honor this weekend. So I will go hard Friday, Saturday, Sunday, Monday to make sure that I complete that. And then into next week, that character will be a high warlord. I will get a really good weapon and offhand, and I'll be that much stronger. But I've done some raids as that warlock and gotten a few gear pieces, which has been nice. So I did raid some friends of the stream. All that stuff will be posted on the YouTube channel. Like and subscribe. And you'll be able to kind of see some of that stuff. But yeah, so, you know, with World of Warcraft Classic, basically the way it's going to work is January 13th is the pre-patch for the Burning Crusade, and Blizzard is giving everyone a chance starting this week, sometime this week. It could be today, where you can send your characters to the Classic era servers, where it will always remain Classic. I guess it never goes past next, you know. I guess it never goes past phase 6. And you can send your characters there from Anniversary, and you don't get to clone them. They're just there forever, and there's no getting them back. It's Anniversary, and that's it. So I have a really good warrior who's a high warlord, pretty good gear. I think I'm going to send him the Classic era, and that's just going to be, if I ever go play Classic era or want to, he will be there. And I'll have a level 60 that can like get some money from GDKP or rating or whatever, and then help my other characters. So I'm probably going to send him, my troll hunter that's like in her 30s, and then like a level 10 rogue. I'm not going to send them until into January, because like my warrior actually does fishing, and I still do like a little fishing on him here and there for some gold and stuff. And so I will send him, and then that will leave me going into the Burning Crusade. That will leave me my warlock, and I think just my warlock. And then in January 12th, I will create a Blood Elf Paladin, and then I think that will be the two to do. Oh, I have a druid. I have a druid, a Tauren druid that I have rolled, who's like a level 5. Nothing crazy going on there. Then I may try to level him. You can buy the $70 Epic Edition Anniversary boosts or whatever the hell, and you get a 58 character when pre-patch starts. You can use that not on a Blood Elf or a Draenei, but you can use that on another character. So I'm like, well, do I make my druid like a 58, and that's my third character, and he's like a fisherman, and like I can farm with him? But then it's like, okay, this is Classic, this isn't retail. Like, can I legitimately play 3 characters? And like does it make sense to do that for gold farming, or should I just like raid and PvP like with my warlock, and then with my prop paladin just farm, because like they're the farm machines in Burning Crusade? It's like, do you even have time for a druid? So I think my point being is, I think I'm not going to buy the $70 edition. That could change. I don't think I need a 58 boost. I really don't. I mean, like, it could save time, sure, whatever, but I think I'm going to level the druid from here to there, like, you know, a little bit, but like, I'm not too focused on it. If it happens, it happens. It depends on how much I get done with. I'm going to get, again, high warlord, and then I'll just raid here and there. And then with Legion Remix, which we'll talk about, like, if I can finish that up, I'll probably play as the druid. Plenty of friends of the stream that'll boost him through some dungeons and whatever. Like, you know, I can just chill and quest and fish. Like, I don't know, man. But that's who's going to the Burning Crusade. And then I guess the Burning Crusade will become the Wrath of the Lich King. And then I assume the Anniversary servers will go to the Cataclysm. I assume they'll follow the path of Classic. And I've had the conversation like with myself, and then on stream, I'm like, when do I stop? And I think for me, like, I think I would just stop at Wrath. Like, if I think to myself, WoW Classic era, the Burning Crusade, and Wrath of the Lich King, to me, like, that's the best version of World of Warcraft. I didn't get to experience the Burning Crusade and the Wrath of the Lich King, like, in Classic in 2019, 2020, like, whatever. I didn't get to do those. And I didn't really know how. And then for Anniversary, there's some quality of life stuff. And I was like, I think I'm ready to do it. So third time's a charm that this is happening, but I think I'm really going to try to go all in on Burning Crusade and Wrath of the Lich King just to like be able to experience it. But then I think like once I do that, I don't think I really have any interest in taking like that warlock, paladin, whatever, to Cataclysm and beyond. Because then I just feel like it gets to retail, and I have a retail characters, and like we'll probably dick around with Midnight. I've already bought Midnight. I don't know how much I want to play Midnight. I usually do the pre-patch. Housing is next week, where you can like make a house. I'll probably do a house stream, you know, and we'll build like a shitty house or something. I don't know. I mean, like we'll play. It's retail is more for like science purposes. I'm not really like, I gotta get in, bro. I'm so ready. It's the Sims now. It's such like a girl game, and like no offense to the ladies, you know, ladies need their games too, but like the people that want to play Midnight are kind of girls. It's just girls. It's just like on like my Twitter feed, my X feed is like it'll be a post about like a new transmog that's like a dress or something or housing stuff, and it's just a girl, OnlyFans girl or something like that, or streamer girl, and they'll be like, oh my god, yes. Zero dudes. There's zero dudes who are like, yeah, man, you have Midnight, bro. Yeah, I can't fucking wait to build a house. No, like, no, none of that. So it's just, oh my god, I need that dress. It's like it's just a collection game of clothes, mounts, and house stuff. And look, I play Animal Crossing, so I already get that. I already have that. So it leaves me with WoW Classic, but I think like what I would do, I think I'm going to try to take these characters to Burning Crusade, try to do that for real, and then try to do Wrath of the Lich King for real. Years will pass. I mean, like we're talking, how many years? So like, let's say it's 2026, right? So we'll play Burning Crusade in 2026. Let's say we play Wrath in 2028. Let's say that we're done with like this experience by 2029 or 2030. In 5 years, there'll probably be a new version of the game Classic, some form of Classic Plus, another fresh server. Who knows? I mean, the Chinese Titanforge servers are so interesting. So interesting, man. I wish we had those. Because I wish we had those. I think if we had those, it would eat into their plan for anniversary, like to keep people in. Because like with Americans, like they're like, let's just like they want to milk the Americans. Like for whatever reason, the Americans like, and like I don't know this, but I know it just based on what we're being given, based on like what the data must show that Americans prefer the rollout. And have a lot of nostalgia with Classic to TBC, pre-patches, like knowing how to play the game, how it came, like knowing how to play the game with how it came out. I think all the players that are going back are obsessed with that. Like every time I stream, the people that are most passionate are like, oh, in my day it was this way, and like, you know, the people that love it are the people that know everything about it. And I don't know everything about it, so I'm excited to go into it. But like people are just so. They kind of get off on, and there's nothing wrong with that. Nothing wrong with this. They kind of get off on like, I already know that game like the back of my hand. So I'm just going to like be able to play it now again and be that much better. And that really is kind of how World of Warcraft is like, now that I've played Classic era in Anniversary as much as I have, I've gone like all in. I think about often, if they roll another fresh Classic server, I would be so much more efficient. I would be so much more knowledgeable about like what to do, how to make gold, how to do what's important, how to boost my characters, how to like get to the end game, how to do the raids, how to deal with people, what items are important, where all the flight paths are, quest line. I mean, dude, I know that game now. And so I think people get excited about like, I can beat this game even harder because it's like a limited time thing, right? Like it's like you can only play the Burning Crusade pre-patch and phase 1 for like a limited amount of time. There is no TBC era that's just going to stay TBC forever. People beg for that, by the way. People often are like, if they did a Burning Crusade that never went past Burning Crusade and it was like a classic Burning Crusade and just stopped there, they're like, I would live there. I would park there forever. And that's it. Yeah, people that say classic era is BIS. If you don't know what that means, best in slot, it's like, this is the best version. It's the best thing you can get. Some people are like, classic era is it. I don't care about Burning Crusade or Wrath of the Lich King. Fuck it. And then you have a handful of people, not a lot, but you have a handful of people who are like, dude, just let us stop at Wrath and we're good. And so I think with the American version, like the American version of the players is like, Blizzard knows if they stretch it out, they'll get that subscription money. With China, they did this really interesting thing with the Titanforge servers where it's like, it's brand new servers. And I think Soda Poppin', again, I think it's Soda Pop. He's like, got in there and like you have to prove your ID that you're Chinese. Like, dude, it's like you can't just play. And like if you try to play on those servers and you're not Chinese, like you can go to prison. It's like the real deal, dude. You have to prove like you have to have like a real ID, a Chinese ID. Like it's fucking strict. You can't just log, like you can't do what the Chinese do to us. Chinese players can play on the American servers and like nobody gives a fuck what they do. They can robot it out and fucking make a living off of it. But if the American tries to go play on the China server, bro, they're going to put you in prison, bro. You have to have like a Chinese ID to play that shit. And even then, the players are like, well, get out of here. You know, the players don't want you there. You know? So anyway, but those servers, though, is like my understanding of it, without watching any streams or anything, just reading about it, is like it's Classic, Burning Crusade, and Wrath of the Lich King, like all like in one. It's not like a phase, but like it's all that content's all there. And like the raids, you can like do all like the raids from the different eras, like the different expansions. Like, and I think it rotates, and like you can like go ahead and do a Wrath of the Lich King raid, and that will help you. And then they're like a classic raid will be harder potentially. And so like all the raids are there, and it's like you can level and engage with it, but it's not like sequential like it was, but it is sequential. But I think it's like there's some randomness to it. Super interesting idea. And if it was in the States, I think a lot of people would engage with it. But it's not. Blizzard does not give that to us. I don't know why. I think I know why, but you know, I think that's what the Chinese, how they react and what they do with the game. And I think with us, like they know they'll get our money by just like rolling it out to the dudes who have done it, which I have. I mean, but like the dudes who have done it, like they just know like, oh, they'll give me the money back to do it again. They'll give me more money just to do it again. And then they'll buy boosts. They'll pay me for the Burning Crusade, a free expansion that's been out for 20 years. They will pay $40 to go ahead and get a mount in that game, or $70 to get a mount and then a boost. And we can just sell a little items into that game and then resell the same game. You know, it's the strategy for a lot of gaming companies now. But I still love WoW, man. And, you know, with the Legion remix, I'm still playing that, and my Demon Hunter, like, I'm almost done with all the achievements that have cosmetics, but like there's still some cosmetics I have to unlock by doing Mythic. Argus, I can't remember what it's called, the Burning Throne or something like that. It's like the raid. It's not the hardest raid. And everyone kind of wants you to have like 740 gear. I'm at like 698, 99. You can get in a day of raiding, quick raids, you can go up like 5-10 points, you know. So like in a few days I'll probably be at 740 if I play. I mean, again, I got to focus on classic, but point being, I'll get there. And then it's really just a bronze farm from then on. And like there's several, I still need a lot of bronze. There's a lot of cosmetics to unlock. So like I've done all of the like achievement things like for mounts and like cosmetics. That's kind of like the barrier of like you have to do the action. Now it's kind of like, well, I just have to collect bronze, and then I can just spend the bronze and like kind of unlock everything else. On mostly, I mean, again, it's like the weapons for like the scythe and the swords or whatever, and you got to do the mythic raid, or I guess heroic raid. I mean, heroic probably gives out some of that. There's a currency to do that, to buy those transmogs for those weapons. And again, I ask this every time, why am I doing this? Like, why? Like, are any of my characters in Midnight going to be holding this scythe? Am I going to am I going to play dress up enough to like they look like that? Probably not. But it's like Pokemon or Power World. Like I love World of Warcraft, and it's like if that's the game now, it's a collection game. I guess I'm gonna play that version of that, and it's not what I want. I mean, not what I want. There's 1,000 other things that I would want. Housing is fine. I'm not super jacked about that. That's fine. I don't. People have clamored for that. The neighborhood thing seems cool. Like you can earn stuff with the neighborhood. Like there's like. And then you like cut down trees and shit. I don't know. The neighborhood might be interesting to engage with. I don't know, but it's just, I don't know. It's the world of Warcraft, not the world of crafting a nice little house. Like it's just a weird thing, like thematically too, because like, and you can tell they don't give a shit about the story because we're going to be housing. It's like, we're going to be housing. Isn't the whole thing, there's an orb above the Sunwell and it's like the world is ending and we need to be doing shit to stop it. All right. Yes, it's that, but also take your time in this neighborhood and build a house and like just chill. And it's like, and I think about, again, I compare it to like Animal Crossing or The Sims where there's like seasons and like you have your house and it's like, bro, Blizzard, like, are they going to even keep this housing thing? Are they going to keep it? I mean, like, is this just like, is this going to be like the Warlords of Draenor where like you had your little town, your little outpost, like your fort, you had like a garden, a stable, and a fucking people farming, like you collected heroes to farm your stuff. That's not even a thing anymore. Like you can go engage with that kind of, but like you can't, not in the way that it was. Is housing going to be like that? Or is it like, no, like housing will be, I think the answer is like, no, housing will be here for now on because there's like, you can buy stuff for real money. So it's like housing is mounts and transmogs. It's stuff they can sell. So I guess it will stay, but it's just weird. And then with Chris Metzen and them, they said, before War Within, it's like, hey, we got to end this because like you're all old now. We got to end the World Soul story. And I'm like, if you end the story and we all keep our houses and we stay in Azeroth, because you have to understand the World Soul is like the soul of the planet. They're like the Dreadlords and the gods, and everybody's like fighting over. So like you would just think like eventually the world will be like destroyed or changed. And if it's me, like what I want is a redo. And like I have all these cosmetics collected. I'll have a house, I guess. Like I'll have all this shit. But like I would love it to be like Azeroth is dead or whatever. Like we're going through another portal, whatever the hell. And it's just like orcs and humans and the basic classes. If you want to engage with it, you got to roll a new character. Retail, like if you don't want to go through the portal with your character, you can keep your character in retail forever. You see where I'm going with this? There's retail era, there's classic era, and then there's like new era or whatever. Like, and like it's like you can stay and the game ends in retail here and you still have all your mounts and all your houses and all your shit you bought. You still have it forever. But we're going to a brave new world where we're going back to like 3 or 4 abilities that you use. Like we slow it down early on. You level up slowly. It's like a very simple story of like Horde versus Alliance kind of stuff. Like it'll never happen. Well, it may happen, but if it does happen, it would probably happen poorly. Anyway, I've been playing WoW. This week I have to do Alterac Valley. And I'm sprinkling in Legion Remix. And if I can finish up Legion Remix, if I can finish up Legion Remix, get all the mounts and all that shit. Again, it's just something to do. And then I'll probably focus on like the Druid and just raiding. I'm probably just going to raid as a Warlock. And then when we get to January, I'll send my other characters over and then we're going to go hard on the Paladin. So I think it's going to be fun. I'm really excited about TBC. Really excited about pre-patch. I'm really excited to learn the game. I think it's gonna be cool. Yeah, I'm excited about it. Animal Crossing is the other game. that I've been playing, and I didn't talk about it last week, but I think I put the picture of it on the thumbnail because I have been playing it. But basically, my wife has her island, I have my island, and I have almost filled up my island with all the villagers, and like I'm trying to get my island to a 3-star island so that I can terraform it or change it how I want. Until then, it's just going to be like I'm just kind of throwing shit everywhere. But eventually, basically, the theme of my island is my character's name is the boss. He has a ponytail, a beard, and an eye patch. And my island is called Mother Base. And there wasn't enough characters, so there's no O in it. It's just MTHER base. And so basically what I'm going to do is just have like a Metal Gear Solid themed island. And with that, I have the RFID chips or whatever amiibos of characters who fit that theme, such as Camo Frog, Sly, which is an alligator villager who is also camouflaged, Sprocket, which is like a robot chicken, Ribot, which is like a frog that's a robot. I've gotten Dobie to move to my island. He's an old wolf man. He's like just an old charming wolf man. Diamond Dog's like my flag. My flag is a diamond dog symbol. My character has like a custom outfit on that's like looks like Naked Snake, basically, or Big Boss. And my theme song to my island is Invisible. It's like the chorus to Invisible, like by Duran Duran. I'm blanking on the words. I can't. Too tired, guys. Sorry. You can't hear a word that I say. Is that right? I don't know. It's that though. That first part of like Invisible, which for whatever reason, Invisible has become the theme song for the Big Boss. I don't know how that happened, but I love it. That game's not in. That song's not in Metal Gear Solid 5. That song came out in 2021. And for whatever reason, someone said, this is the theme song for the boss, like specifically Naked Snake. And for whatever reason, it works incredibly well. And I love it. And I just love that, like, content for Metal Gear Solid, even though Metal Gear Solid is pretty much over, and we will probably never get any new good Metal Gear Solid at all, or any Metal Gear Solid that's new ever again, probably. I'm just glad that, like, the meta of it and the content of it continues to exist in some way that is still like purely fun. So anyway, yeah. So I'm going to change my island into 4 quadrants, like a science corner, an R&D corner, a storage corner, and then like a medical corner. And I will put the different villagers' houses in those corners, and we'll probably have like a shrine to the boss somewhere, have some white lilies we can put out. And what am I doing? I don't know, but I'm doing it. I'm giving my best shot. So yeah, it's just, I'm just dicking around, but it's, something you do every day, just log on. And, Animal Crossing is really good at that. It's like, you just log on and you just do like a couple tasks. You can grind it all day if you want. Like, I have plenty of bells and money. I don't have to, but you can only, like, the game makes, like, it's designed so that you can only do a few tasks a day, and you have to, like, come back tomorrow. You played it for 30 minutes. That's it. Come play 30 minutes tomorrow. That's it. Now you can be like, you can time skip. You can like change the clock on your Switch and like go to tomorrow, or go like 50 years in the future, or like whatever the fuck you want to do. They're like, just like a cheat code. I'm not doing that. I don't want to do that. So yeah, we're really enjoying like just messing around with it. Like I'll find something in my little shop or whatever, and I'll send the gifts and the mail, to my wife, to her island. Cause like we had a shared island and we had tons of stuff unlocked on the old Switch that's like broken or whatever. And so now that we're on our own Switches, like you have to like recollect everything, and it takes a while to do that. And so it's just a fun thing. There's seasons, there's Thanksgiving and events. It's a sweet game. It's a stress-free game. It's like and we're in a very stressful time of our lives with like 2 small children. It's a good stress, but it is stressful. And so it's kind of nice just to have like a calming thing. Like I had, I was up at like 5 a.m. Like 2 mornings ago or something. And I was like doing laundry, and it's like dark outside. Like the sun's like barely, like not even rising yet, kind of wanting to rise. and I'm doing some laundry, like in the kitchen area, and like putting laundry on the table, and then I'm putting together like quietly like a little breakfast casserole, for everybody to eat or whatever. Which I know I'm like a little Susie homemaker here, but I was up, so whatever, helping out, and I had logged onto the Switch because like 5 a.m. is like the reset on Animal Crossing, and so I was doing something, and then it was basically still early, and the music in that game is so good. It has such a great soundtrack. That game has such a great soundtrack. And if it's like early morning like that, like 5 a.m., it plays like the most relaxing ass music, like title card music, but it's like soft like piano. It's just like the best fucking song to listen to, maybe of all time and on planet Earth. To listen to the early morning Animal Crossing song when you're up that early and it's like dark and it's about to get so it's peak. So I just had the Switch just like over to the side, and my character's just like standing there like an idiot, and the music's just playing, and it's just the ambience. I was like, this is the best laundry I've ever done in my life. Like, it's like this is like doing laundry is good. This is a fun thing. This is like a relaxing thing. It's like awesome. So yeah, I mean, not many games can do that. With like, and again, it's not even just like it's a little cartoon character and frogs. It's like the whole package. And it's an older game. It's been out for 4 or 5 years. Everyone knows this. Who's engaged with it. It's nothing new. But yeah, so those are the games that I've been engaging with. I'm trying to think if there's anything else. I still haven't touched FIFA anymore. I don't know if I will. Like, I thought about like Where the Wind Meets, but that just seems like that's going to die out quick. And I'm not really like a Souls like guy. Like Elden Ring was really good. I really enjoyed that, but like I'm not just like looking for more Elden Ring games. Like that's just not my type of game that I typically go for. There's a vampire game that Jack Lars hit me up about, where he said we should play this, and it's like you build a castle together. It's like co-op. So it's like you're vampires with swords, and like I guess there's missions and stuff. I don't remember what it was called. Let me quickly go through my old text with him. V Rising. If you've played V Rising or know anything about it, hit me up. You can hit me up in the Discord. By the way, my bourbon pecan pie recipe is in the Discord. I forgot to mention that. And you can hit me up in the Discord. You can hit me up comments here on YouTube if you're listening to YouTube, and then Spotify, I think you can comment. I would see that if you did that. I mean, and then you can always hit me up at DalorrianTV@gmail.com. Hit me up if you know about V Rising. Like, I don't really go for vampire games. I don't really love the vampire aesthetic that much. He does. He's into it. So I don't look at that game and I'm like, yes, I want to play that. Oh my God. But if it's like a building mechanic and it's like got a good gameplay loop, I can kind of overlook the vampire aesthetic and just kind of get into it. But the next game that I'm excited to play, and I think I mentioned this last week, I'll probably mention this every week until we play it, is the Octopath Traveler 0, which comes out December 4th, and we will definitely be streaming that. Let's talk about the news. There's only a couple things I want to talk about that's going on that's like been hitting my feeds. And these are things you've probably seen as well. The first one is these RAM prices, bro. What's up with these RAM prices? It's so sad. I've seen so many memes and I've seen so many like pictures, and like I haven't actually gone to like Amazon and tried to like order RAM myself. And if you are not familiar with like RAM, I can give you like a very basic version of things you need to make your computer work. And this is really like affecting you're like people who build their own PCs, or people that want to buy gaming PCs, or just computers in general. All of them have RAM. Things you need to make a computer run: power supply, a video card, a processor, a motherboard, fans to cool all of it, or I almost said radiator. Is that right? My brain, again, it's kind of late. My brain can't work. I have a liquid cooling. I guess it is a radiator. Why can't I think of the name of that? I guess it is. You can do liquid cooling or just, fan, air cool. Cooling, though. You need something to cool all of it. And then you need RAM. And typically RAM is you have to worry about RAM being compatible with your motherboard. But other than that, it's like kind of the no-brainer thing to just help your computer handle multiple tasks at once more easily. And the more the later edition of RAM that you get, like DDR5 versus, I don't know, if we are DDR6 or whatever, I think there's 4 and 5. I think 5 might be the latest. I haven't looked at RAM for a while. And then you get 34, 64, 32, 16. Your motherboard has limits, so you may have limits to what you can even put in there and your system even recognize. But the more you have, the more, basically just think like your computer processing and doing tasks it's just spread more evenly. So in theory, it can handle more things more quickly. But your processor is doing all the heavy lifting. So if you had a shitty processor and you had 400 gigabytes of RAM, which is not possible. I mean, maybe it is on some computer. Your computer's still going to run like shit if you have a shitty processor. Anywho, RAM has gone up. And people were freaking out. And I'm just thinking about kids who are trying to get their shit together for Christmas. And they're I want to build my own first PC. It's hey, Tiger. That RAM you need that was $50 for 32 gigs. Now it's a lot more. A hell of a lot more. But yeah, so basically, in summary, AI data centers, AI, screwing us again, are being built at insane speed, consuming trillions in capital and sucking up global supply of memory chips. So it's just demand is crazy. So there's a demand spike. And so there's basically a shortage in RAM. And this was with video cards a few years back, when Bitcoin and crypto was blowing up. In post-COVID, crypto was blowing up, you couldn't find video cards. And if you did, they were hella expensive. That's kind of cool. But now the retail stores, they can't even keep stable prices for the RAM. And there's typically not even a listed price now. You just find out at checkout, what are you going to do? So the prices have gone up over 100% in the past few months. So 32 gig DDR5 kit is over $400. That's insane, bro. Getting 32 gigs of DDR5, which is, I think, is 2 sticks of 16 gigs, probably just 2 sticks that you plug into your motherboard. I mean, that's probably I'm thinking 5 years ago. Hell, I mean, let's just a year ago. Let's just go a year ago. Get a good version of 32 gigs of DDR5 was probably $100, 150 maybe. Reasonable though. You're getting high quality RAM, 32, but dude, you get 64 gigs and how much RAM? How much RAM do I have on this computer? I don't even remember. I could be sitting on a gold mine. I think I have 64. Can I look and see real fast? You have 64 RAM. So if I were buying 64 RAM today, that's almost $1,000. It's ridiculous. I mean, my PC is probably $3,000 all told when I got it. 2,800, $3,000, we'll call it. And then now it would be $4,000. So that's that's the reality of it, right? So yeah, I mean, so all these factories that make RAM, I mean, they're just shoving them off to the AI data centers that are trying to get built up. So the consumer, get screwed again. And the AI bubble, the .com crash. I mean, everybody's like, when's the AI bubble gonna burst? It's like, I don't know, bro. I don't know. But basically, that's it, right? That's the story here. AI is cannibalizing the entire memory supply chain. And that is the world we live in. And AI is just the 2025 Pac-Man that's just eating up the fucking world. And I don't know what's going to happen. I don't think anybody does. I think people say they're going to do it or know what's going to happen and they can get ahead of it, but I don't know if they do. The normal people, man, we're just trying to build PCs, bro. I'm trying to play a video game, man. And you got to keep up with these damn dumbass AI things, which whatever, I don't know. AI doesn't seem like it's going to be like a great thing for the world. I mean, there's certainly some things that seem really great, but with all things great, it's great until corporate greed makes it not great. And so I said to my wife the other day, like, which we use ChatGPT a pretty good bit. Just for basic things, basic questions. Like it's kind of the new Google. If you don't use ChatGPT or Grok, or I don't know if I would recommend Copilot, but it's pretty freaking helpful. If you're trying to like just figure something out quickly or understand something quickly, it's really good to just like throw it in. It understands, it can give you something back. You can reason with it and be like, this doesn't feel right. And then do what you need to do. Like, it's pretty good. Doesn't seem like it makes a lot of shit up as much anymore as it did, but maybe it does. You'll never know. I mean, you'll know if you're an expert at if what you're talking about. But I said, yeah, how long until ChatGPT starts putting ads in? So if you engage with ChatGPT, it's like, hey, how do I change this tire? And it's like, okay, cool, let's go change the tire. But you know what? You know what the best tires are? Goodyear tires are the best. And like, no, this is just an ad. They're like, you should totally buy some Goodyear tires. This is why you should buy them. I'm just going to give you like 4 points real fast. They're awesome. They last longer. They're all this. So you can get them at AutoZone. Here's your closest place to get some Goodyear tires. Click the link here. Okay, end of ad. Now, what were you saying? Can you say that again? Or do you want to just buy these tires? And you're like, fucking ChatGPT, bro. I just need to know how to change this tire. And it's like, dude, you could use a tire tool, bro. Walmart has these incredible tires. Like, how long until we are there? And then it's like, the purists are looking for their own form of fucking AI to just like, look, man, strip up. Like, who's going to make the ad blocker for AI? And like, it just feels like browsers all over again, Google all over again. I'm just old enough to say, like, I remember when Google didn't have ads and now it's all ads and you have an ad blocker and now they're blocking ad blockers. And it's like, will generative AI have ads? Probably. Enjoy it now, kids, because they'll ruin it. Any good thing will probably be ruined. Not to be, damn, I'm so negative. I'm such a boomer right now, all my negativity. But yeah, RAM. And also, sorry about the RAM. If you have RAM, hang on to it. I could take one of my sticks of RAM and make $500 right now, apparently. I could, and I've seen it like a stick of, like my stick of 32 gigabyte RAM, my old ass RAM I've had for like a few years, 2-3 years. I could take that out and sell it and get a PlayStation Pro or some shit. I could get me a PlayStation, a whole PlayStation. But too, man, you gotta like, look, what's the Steam machine gonna cost? Like, how much is it? Like, what's the Steam machine gonna cost now? Like, is Xbox and PlayStation gonna raise their prices again? They could. I mean, Xbox, like, they haven't had any good reasons to raise their prices. They could totally come out and be like, well, because of demand, an Xbox Series X from 5 years ago is now $800. And it's like, Can we not just get a win, bro? Speaking of Xbox, Xbox is making some Crocs. You heard me right. The shoe. Xbox and Crocs have been on my freaking X feed. Basically, Xbox and Crocs is having an Xbox, like they're selling them for $80. And like, if you haven't seen them, it's like a black shoe. Well, our Crocs shoes, not really. Down here in the South, we call them four-wheel drives. It's like, damn, look at Sam. He's got on his four-wheel drives today. Why you wear those, Sam? Why are you doing that? Anyway, no hate to Crocs. $80. And like the front, like it's black, and then the front, on top of the front shoe, there's like a little joystick and an Xbox symbol, little buttons. And I think and like those buttons and thumbsticks, by the fucking way, just to make it clear, are purely cosmetic. Now, Phil Spencer and all of his gang of executives say everything's an Xbox. And the first thing I thought about was like, can I play fucking Crash Bandicoot on? No, wait, that's PlayStation. Can I play the Master Chief Collection on this Croc? Can I stream an Xbox Game Pass on this fucking Croc? Everything's an Xbox. But apparently, no, you cannot. I think it's just for looks. And for an extra $20, fans can buy charms themed after Halo, Doom, World of Warcraft, and other franchises. So you can pay $100 for this shit. And you look at this and you say, this is ridiculous. I mean, well, I do. Maybe you don't. Maybe you're like, this is the best. Maybe you're sitting there right now and you're like, this is the best fucking idea. This is the best idea I've ever had. Is to buy an Xbox Croc. Or you could be like, I'm going to 3D print my own Croc and make a PlayStation one because fuck Xbox. You know, I don't know. And then Nintendo Crocs is going to come out and like, it's $500. Wait, I probably should have been. Wait, sorry. Damn. That might have been racist. Anyway, $500 for a Nintendo Croc. I don't know, man. Black and green, they go on sale November 26th. Just in time for someone to buy their little grandkid. Oh, I saw these in the store. He loves Xbox. You know, I don't know, man. I don't know. Like, there's probably some grandmas that are loaded out there, but I don't know how many are going to spend $80 to $100 on a damn Croc. And you can buy a game for $80. You can buy Star Wars Outlaws for $80. Speaking of, those games are going to be on sale for Black Friday. And Star Wars Outlaws is going to be like $21, I think, on PlayStation. And that's almost enough. I think, like, and 21 is a weird number, right? I guess it's a percentage rounding or some shit. So I thought it was like $20. It's like, man, like that's, I would never play that game. That game is really shitty looking. Is that low enough for me to play? I think I'm gonna have to play. I think it's gonna have to be free for me to just try that for science sake, not to like for enjoyment. I don't think I would enjoy it. Maybe I would, but I think even $20 is too much. But yeah, man, I guess some grandparents gonna buy a Croc for their boy or their girl and give them something to do. I don't know, man. I don't know. Next thing that's going on. This is like, this started happening today. I'm talking to you Tuesday. You're gonna be listening to this Wednesday. Is there's like an account or two account? I think it's just one account on X, and it's completely taking over. And basically, it's like saying it has leaks for GTA 6. And I had them pulled up and I was looking at them before I started like hit record, you know, like just kind of going through them. And like, we're just at a point where it's hard to know with something like, so AI is the end of us all. We know that, but with AI, you can kind of spot AI. I feel like for me, I kind of know what AI is. Like I might not know initially, but then like within like a few seconds or whatever, I'm like, okay, this is AI. This is either like AI voice, like this guy didn't actually say this. This is an AI version of him saying that. This is an AI video or whatever. And there are leaks of like, this is a GTA 6 alert, and this is a leak, and it's like a phone camera. It's basically like what's happening is it's like a screen of a game, like a TV screen, and then it's like you're holding like and then it's like a POV of somebody with a phone in their hand recording the screen, like a TV screen. And it's like, oh, this is this is the girl walking, Lucia or whatever the hell her name's gonna be, and here she is walking, and this is like look at the character, like look, it's photorealistic, and this is gonna be like the game, and it's like this is AI bullshit. Like looking at it, I was like, okay, maybe. I was like, she's a little thicker than. I was like, is there like a weight gain mechanic like in San Andreas or? And then like I looked at her hair, and it's like, okay, that is not like her. Basically what it is, and if you haven't seen it, it's like the character, it's like from behind, the character like walks around the bench, and they're walking down like a beach sidewalk, palm trees everywhere, apartments on the left, cloudy skies, rain, and then people with like umbrellas walking around, and it's like decently photorealistic. It has like a video game sheen on it, like it's like you look at it, it's a video game, but like it's like like photorealistic. It's what I'm talking about. Like GTA looks real, but like it's a video game. Like you can tell it's a video game. Does that make sense? And so it's like 10-second clip of her just walking and the rain stuff, and it's like this doesn't smell right. And there's like a thread, and then there's like one of like someone recording like what looks like Leonardo DiCaprio making an appearance, like there's a guy that looks like him, and then there's one's like following like Jason, who's like one of the lead characters, like he's walking down, and there's like Jason talking to like a bull. There's one like a bull talking to like it's like a like GTA usually has like game like parts in the game where they're like tripping, like, oh, I'm tripping and I'm talking to this like monster for a second. Then there's like a girl and a guy talking to Jason, and it's like once you get down into those, it's like it's just AI. But what's so interesting about it is, and the reason I want to talk about it is because like we are just in a world where someone can make a AI video of a GTA 6 leak, and GTA 6 is so huge that everyone comments on it. It hit like GTA 6 is so huge that like it hits everyone's feed, and everyone's like, no, this is bullshit, or like, no, oh, this might be real. Like, it's like GTA 6, man, has reached this level of mythology that's so fascinating. And the only thing I can kind of compare it to is Star Citizen. And it's so funny, like Star Citizen is like never released. I think it's like still in alpha. And like once a year, I'm like, do I need to play Star Citizen? And I'm like, I'll wait till it's out. And I feel like I've been saying that for 15 years. And I think that they've almost collected like $1 billion. I think Star Citizen is about to hit like $1 billion. Like I could be wrong. I think that's right, though. I think that hundreds of millions of dollars has been given to Star Citizen, and like, and even that's just like more like a cult thing. Like it has such a following and such a big thing around like Star Citizen, but it's like the only thing I can compare it to, where it's a level of like attention, and like this thing will just keep going. And it's like GTA 6 has like, it could just never release, and people will talk about it for the rest of the world. Like, people talk about Half-Life 3 will never happen. Imagine a world where GTA 6 never released. And like, we're just gonna shelve it. We're just not, it's not at Rockstar, we're gonna do like another Red Dead or something. Like, we're just GTA 6, it's just, we changed our mind. It's not gonna, I mean, dude, I'd be 40 years from now. I'd be in the nursing home and some dude next to me be like, man, when are they gonna do GTA 6, man? Like, it's that big. Like, it's like, you have to understand it is, and I think it's that big to the common man. Like, people don't even know what's going on with like our policies and like don't even like for our life, like for our livelihoods. People don't know what's going on with like wars around the world. But like we have like our finger on the fucking pulse for GTA 6 as soon as someone puts up a shitty AI video. The internet lights up. And it's its own universe, man. It's crazy. And look, this could be dead tomorrow. I don't know, man. But I think we're gonna wrap it up here. I mean, look, I really, again, I said at the top, happy Thanksgiving. Be thankful. Count your blessings. There's a lot of shitty things out there, but have some gratitude. I think that the worst thing, we always talk about health and our food's poison and stuff. I mean, maybe not here, but I mean, we will. If you talk to me long enough, you'll be like, hey, like this, our food's poison. Also, look, man, gratitude. Let go of some hate. We all have a little bit of hate. Let go of fuck this, fuck that, and just be thankful and try to just be grateful for a few days. I know it's hard to do. We're fed so much negative stuff. You'll live longer, I think. I mean, I truly believe that. Like, I think that like hate and like negativity just kind of slowly kills you or eats at you. Like, I'm not saying like be Mr. Positivity, but I'm just saying, try to be grateful. And I'm horrible at this. Like, but try to be in the moment. And you don't have to love your family. And if your family Thanksgiving is tiresome and dramatic, I mean, mine's going to be a day. But like with my core little family, I think it's just going to be like, man, I'm so grateful for like my kids and my wife. Like, and things could be different. Like, we could do better here and there, blah, blah, blah. But whatever, just screw that shit. Like, what about the good? And man, there's so much good. That list is a long list. So think of your good list. And as always, if you want to talk about anything, you can reach me on the Discord. Dalorrian's new dungeon. You can always comment. And then DalorrianTV@gmail.com. Hit me up with your thoughts. Hit me up with your corrections. And we'll continue the conversation. I'll see you guys next week. And then after that, it's the Game Awards, where we'll talk about my top video games, and then we're actually going to live stream the Video Game Awards. Well, I'm going to try to. I mean, my kids could ruin that, but we're going to try. Anyway, have a good one.